surprisingly self-aware, there's one who just doesn't get the memo. And that, my friends, is Mammon, the sin of greed, and perhaps the purest embodiment of the sin in all of Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Let's backtrack. The sins introduced so far in this chaotic ensemble have all shared one thing in common: contradiction, a twist on expectations. Asmodeus, the sin of lust, is in a relationship built on genuine feelings and expresses consensual love. Beelzebub, the sin of gluttony, manages her indulgence with class and control, and temperance to a lesser extent. Even her design pushes against gluttonous stereotypes. Instead of being large, she's skinny. So, take that as you will. And Lucifer, the sin of pride, ironically carries more pride in his daughter than himself. And then there's Satan, the sin of wrath. Well, he's Satan, someone very in line with his sin, but not entirely. But it comes from a feeling of inferiority for what Lucifer has and what he is, something he'll never have, something he'll never be. So he has his own issues with it and does what he can to pep himself up and make himself sound more important than he is. And then there's Mammon, a walking, shouting, snacking personification of unchecked greed. Not only does he lean into his sin, he practically face plants into it. He is greed, not just in wealth, but in everything. Greedy with food, greedy with attention, greedy with other people's ideas, taking what's theirs and passing it off as his, something he does expertly with his theme park, Lululand, a shameless ripoff bootleg version of Lucifer's Lulu World, as Octavia puts it in episode 2 of season 1. And let's not forget greedy with pride, riding on accomplishments he never earned, like with Fizzy, and how he calls Fizzy his face, taking credit for everything Fizz does as if he were Fizz himself. And boy, is he immature. We're not talking about some misunderstood antihero here, folks. We're talking full-on tantrum-throwing, block-stacking, snack-smearing man-child. In one episode, we're shown he's been profiting off of a shameless ripoff of Lucifer's theme park for decades. In the past, he's shown to be profiting from Fizz's image, something, like I said, he passes off as his face. The next, he's struggling with blocks. The contrast between him and the other sins is glaring. Where they exude decadence and control, Mammon reeks of desperation and childish entitlement. Other sins reflect, adapt, grow, or at least give the illusion of it. Mammon? He's a static, egotistical mess, and that might be exactly the point. He doesn't just embody greed, he embodies the worst traits of all the sins. Wrath in his outbursts, gluttony in his gorging, lust in his ad campaigns, envy in his jealous rages, shall we say, sloth in his laziness, and of course, pride in things he never worked for. And the worst part, he's not going to change, because unlike the others, Mammon has no reason to change. No support system, no personal revelation, no love interest, except for maybe Leviathan, to hold up a mirror to him. Nothing, just greed, always more, never enough. Mammon is what happens when a sin is left to rot and fester. He's funny, yes. He's flashy, absolutely. But beneath that glittering facade is a pathetic man-child who can't grow because he doesn't want to. And maybe that's his tragedy. In a hell full of evolving devils, Mammon is still stuck on square one, surrounded by gold, yet empty inside, and uses that gold to fill what should be love and affection and growth. But what do you guys think? Is Mammon destined for a downfall, or is he just the eternal punchline in a world of monsters trying to be better? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. and feed the YouTube algorithm greedily, of course. See what I did there? Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe again. And I'll see you lads and lasses next time. Peace.